Hello students, let's continue from where we left last time. So in this part, the first question is,
What is the hybridization of nitrogen in NH4 positive? So जो नाइट्रोजन है वो 3 बॉन्ड्स बनाता है और अपना जो उसने लोन पेयर है वो कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड बनाया है H पॉजिटिव के साथ। इस तरह से उसके 4 बॉन्ड्स इन टोटल बन जाते हैं और it acquires this positive charge because of donation of these electrons. So 4 बॉन्ड्स इन्वॉल्व हैं, इसीलिए इसकी हाइब्रिडाइजेशन हो जाती है sp3. So C is the correct answer. Then which substance can be used as refrigerant? तो refrigerant इनमें से यूज हो सकता है सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड। सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड को आप रेफ्रिजरेंट के फॉर्म में यूज कर सकते हो। So the question is, bleaching action of sulfur dioxide is due to oxidizing property, acidic property, reducing property or basic property. Well, the bleaching action of SO2 is due to reducing property. Reduction की वजह से वो चीजों को ब्लीच कर पाता है, डीकलराइज कर पाता है। लेकिन जो क्लोरीन है उसके ऑक्सीडाइजिंग प्रॉपर्टी की वजह से ब्लीचिंग होती है, जिसकी वजह से वो एक परमानेंट ब्लीचिंग एजेंट बन जाता है। The most abundant element on Earth crust is oxygen, sulfur, aluminium, or hydrogen. So oxygen is the most abundant element. Which acid is having PP linkage? So hypophosphoric acid जो है that shows PP linkage among all these. आपके पास 4 options हैं, hypo, pyro, metaphosphoric and orthophosphoric. तो phosphoric acid में you have this structure और इसमें PP linkage present होती है। पायरोफॉस्फोरिक में पीओपी बॉन्ड होता है सेंटर में, तो इसमें पीपी लिंकेज एब्सेंट है। मेटाफॉस्फोरिक में साइक्लिक होता है, पीओपी बॉन्ड होता है इसमें भी। और ऑर्थोफॉस्फोरिक में दूसरा फॉस्फोरस ही नहीं होता, एक ही फॉस्फोरस प्रेजेंट है। तो आपका आंसर है hypophosphoric acid. So next is exertion reason question. Exertion is XeF6 cannot be stored in glass, and reason says that XeF6 reacts explosively with SiO2 to form XeO3. So yes, the assertion and the reason, both the statements are correct, and this reason is also the correct explanation of the assertion. So this gives it A as the answer. Then XeF6 acts as an oxidizing agent. Okay, and the reason is oxidation state of xenon is +6. So see, this statement is correct, but reason given to it is not a correct statement. Xenon, yes, it has +6 oxidation state in F6, but it is not correct explanation to this. So both of them are correct, but they are not related as A. The answer would be B. Then as bond dissociation energy follows the order F2, then Cl2, then Br2, then I2. No, this is not correct, because the lowest bond dissociation is for iodine, then comes fluorine, then comes bromine, and highest is exhibited by chlorine. And reason says bond dissociation enthalpy of F2 is smaller than Cl2, which is correct statement. So D is the answer. Assertion incorrect and reason is the correct statement. Then fluorine exhibits only -1 oxidation state, and it is most electronegative compound. So yes, it is true, and this is true explanation as well. Next is chlorine is strongest oxidizing agent in halogens. Chlorine has highest negative electron gain enthalpy. No, fluorine is strongest oxidizing agent, but yes, it has highest electron gain enthalpy. So D would be the answer. HF is a weak acid and HA is the strong acid. Yes, both the statements are correct, but they are not related to each other. So reason is not the correct explanation to assertion. So B is the answer. Then as both allotropes of sulfur exist as S8, but oxygen exists as O2. Yes, alpha and beta forms they exist as S8, but oxygen exists as O2. And oxygen forms p-pi multiple bond due to small size, and the length of the p-pi bonding is not possible for sulfur. No, sulfur has d orbital actually, and they form p pi d pi bond, not p pi. They form p pi d pi bond, but this could be incorrect. So we'll have C as the correct answer. Assertion correct, reason incorrect statement. Then SF4 can be easily hydrolyzed, but SF6 cannot be hydrolyzed because it is sterically protected. So this is correct, and yes, this is correct explanation to this also. So it gives A as the answer, that they are correct, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Then comes sulfur has high tendency for catenation than oxygen. Yes, because sulfur exists as S8 while oxygen exists as O2. And this is because SS single bond is weaker. No, this is not weaker. This is stronger than OO. So yes, the assertion is correct, but reason is not the correct statement. So C would be the answer. Then as SO2 is reducing agent and SO2 is basic in nature. Yes, SO2 acts as a reducing agent, and but SO2 is not basic in nature. It is acidic in nature. So assertion is correct, but reason is incorrect statement. Then group 16 elements are called chalcogens, and most minerals contain either oxygen or sulfur with them. Yes, this is the reason to the statement. So both of them are correct statements, and yes, they are called chalcogens because they are ore forming, and most of the minerals they are either combined with oxygen or sulfur. So A would be the answer. Then as HClO is stronger acid than HBrO. Yes, because chlorine is more electronegative, so it would be more acidic. And greater the electronegativity of halogen, greater will be the attraction of electron pair towards it, and hence more will be the H positive ion released, which is also the correct statement, as well as this is correct explanation to the assertion. So A would be the answer. Then as SO3 is planar in structure and sulfur undergoes sp3 hybridization in SO3. So yes, it is planar in structure, but the hybridization is not sp3. So assertion A is correct, while reason is not the correct statement. So C would be the answer. Then is XeF6 has distorted octahedral structure. Yes, because along with the 6 bonds, it also has a lone pair which distorts its geometry. And explanation is given that XeF6 has 7 electron pairs, 6 bond and 1 lone pair. Yes, this is because this is the reason that it makes it distorted octahedral. So A would be the answer. Then 95th question is the bond OO bond length is same in ozone. Yes, and this is because of resonance. Exactly, the resonance make them equal in length because those pi electrons they keep on moving from one atom to the another atom. So here the movement keeps on going, and this makes the bond length equal. So A is the correct answer. Then comes match the following. So this sulfur dioxide, this is reducing in nature. Sulfuric acid, this is oxidizing in nature. H2S, it has a rotten egg-like smell. And sulfur has 2 forms, alpha and beta sulfur. So this makes D as the correct answer. Next is calcium fluoride. So this is called fluorspar. Na3Al 6, which is cryolite. Yes, this matches with P. KCl, MgCl2, 6 water molecules. This is carnallite, and Ca3PO4 twice is fluorapatite. So this is B as the correct answer. Next is BCl3. The hybridization we have to match. So BCl3 matches with sp2, SF6 matches with sp3d2, then this water has hybridization sp3, and PCl5 matches with sp3d, right, trigonal bipyramidal. So this makes C as the correct option. Next question is we have to connect it to their geometry. So yes, HCl is linear. Basically it is kind of polar covalent bond, so it is considered as linear. Otherwise linear atom is that which has two bonds attached to it, but in these it will connect to linear. And HClO2, this will connect with angular, it will have angular structure. HClO3 is pyramidal and HClO4 is tetrahedral. So this gives B as the correct answer. And the last question is we have to determine the atomicity. So nitrogen is diatomic, sulfur is octatomic, it exists as S8, nitrogen is N2, phosphorus is tetraatomic, it exists as P4, and ozone is O3, so it is triatomic. So this gives us A as the correct option. So here we complete the 100 questions of P block, but trust me, it is very important chapter, so you have to keep on revising it again and again, because there are reactions which you need to learn, there are products which you need to learn, and there are structures which are based on VSEPR theory. You have to go through it and learn the chapter properly. This is completely based on the periodic table. The P block which is there, which contains all metal, non-metal and metalloids, all kinds of elements are there, and they have different properties, and most of them are useful to us. So please go through the chapter very carefully. Thank you.
टॉपिक से रिलेटेड आपकी जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स हों, जो भी क्वेरीज हों, आपको जो भी पूछना हो, आप कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख कर हमसे पूछ सकते हैं.